Dear students, chloralkali process is one of the important reaction in the chemistry and also for the board examination, for the examination point of view, because every time these related questions are asking, so different type of questions can be framed from this topic. So that's why it is very necessary to understand this concept very depthly. So I will explain you the chemistry followed by the some interesting experiment also I will show you in where nowhere in YouTube you find out this experiment. So that's how the importance of this video. So don't skip this video, try to understand this concept and learn. Chloralkali process. Why this reaction is important? Because by using the simpler or cheapest sodium chloride or salt, you can call it as a salt, if you do the electrolysis, if you pass the electricity, that will decompose, that will give many industrially useful products. Like a chlorine gas it will be given, and sodium hydroxide it will give, and hydrogen gas. So three products which are industrially useful for. So that's how this reaction is very important. In industrially they use complicated apparatus. So I will manage to show you the experiment, whatever the apparatus are available in our laboratory. So why this name is chloralkali we are calling. So what is this reaction we see? The reaction is when you pass the electricity to the brine solution is nothing but sodium chloride. When you dissolve into the water, this mixture is called the brine solution. If we pass the electricity, we will get different products like sodium hydroxide. This is called the alkali also. Sodium hydroxide is called the alkali. Bases are called the alkalis. So sodium hydroxide, H2 gas you get. Okay, this is the aqueous one. Okay, inside water only, as the sodium hydroxide is the solid, this will be in water only. And chlorine gas is the gas also. So sodium hydroxide, hydrogen and chlorine, three products you are getting from the cheapest material, sodium chloride. This sodium hydroxide is used for the cleansing agents and also preparation in the soaps. This is the main ingredients in the preparation of the soaps. In the synthesis of manufacturing of pesticides, manufacturing of medicines, sodium hydroxide is used. Hydrogen gas, why it is industrial value? Because this is used as a fuel in the rockets. The rockets it is used as a fuel, and also it is used in the reduction reactions. Not only in the reduction reactions, manufacturing of pesticides, medicines. Chlorine gas is one of the important reagent in the chemistry. So by using chlorine gas, many products can be prepared like CFC, DDT, PVC pipes. So many polymers can be prepared by using this chlorine gas, and this is good disinfecting agent. This will kill the germs. So that's how industrially it is having very value products. So that's how we are calling this chloralkali process. The name chlor is coming from this chlorine gas, and alkali, as I said, sodium hydroxide, which is the base, it is also, these bases are called the alkali. That's how this process is called the chloralkali process. If you pass the electricity in the solution of brine solution, you get these many products. So I will show you in the interesting experiment how this sodium hydroxide gets hydrogen gas is forming, Cl2 gas is forming. So Cl2 gas basically when it is in water, that gives the HCl, little bit of HCl also will be generated. That's how where the chlorine gas is generating, there you get the, if you use the indicator you can find it out that acidic or basic. If I use this universal indicator, we will get the red color. And hydrogen gas, sodium hydroxide gas we cannot find it out, but sodium hydroxide, by using the indicator you get the blue color. If you use the universal indicator you get the blue color. If it is the acidic one as a chlorine gas, that you get the red color. So where the sodium hydroxide H2 gas generated in the electrolytic cell, sodium hydroxide and H2 gas generated at cathode, and chlorine gas generated at the anode. And cathode is the, we know this is the negative one, anode is the positive one. Basically, we are getting here sodium hydroxide and hydrogen and Cl2. If you do just simple hydrolysis of water, I will write this experiment here. If you do H2O gas hydrolysis, electrolysis if you do, you will get hydrogen gas at cathode and oxygen gas at anode. Okay, so how these products are forming? H2O gives H plus ions, this gives, and OH minus ion gives. So two ions this gives, H2O. So to make it this process faster, usually some acids are added like HCl or H2SO4. So this H plus goes to the cathode, which is the negative sign, and that gets reduced to the H2 gas. And OH minus goes to the anode, which is the positive sign, that gets oxidized to give the oxygen gas. But here you are not getting the oxygen gas. Though you are having the water here, in the products you are not getting the oxygen, but you are getting the hydrogen gas. Why you are not getting oxygen gas? That also we will see here. So sodium chloride gives in the water, in brine solution, sodium chloride gives, what are the ions this gives? Na plus ion and Cl minus ion. And water, what ions gives? As just now we have discussed, H plus ion gives and OH minus ions gives. Now the question is, we are having Na plus ion and H plus ions, and we are having Cl minus ions, OH minus. 4 ions we are having. So there is the competition here. So which one can get easily reduced? That one will go to the cathode and that will get the reduced. Now there is the competition between Na plus and H plus. The one which can easily gets reduced, that only will form the product. Here Na plus is the stable ion. Na plus is completely its octet, because total electron in this Na plus 10 electrons and outermost electrons are 8 electrons. So that completed the octet. So that's how this is the stable one. So introducing electron to this one is not so simple. So what that H plus, what that do, that takes the electrons and this H plus will converting into the H2 gas at the cathode. At the cathode, H2 gas will be generated, and Na plus also goes to the cathode, but this will not get reduced to form the sodium metal. If you don't take the water, then you get the sodium metal. But you are having this water solution, there is the competition between Na plus ions and H plus ions, you will get the Na plus ion only. So that Na plus ion, what happens? In this case, we will see what happens with the anions, Cl minus and OH minus ions. There is competition between Cl minus and OH minus ions. In this case, there is competition. Here Cl minus can easily get oxidized to form the Cl2 product, and OH minus will not oxidize here. So which one will get oxidized? Cl minus will get oxidized, and that will give the chlorine gas. At where? At anode, which is the positive one. As it is the negative one, that goes to the positive terminal, which is the anode. That's how this forms. Let me draw one diagram, by that you can get the clear idea. I will zoom out this one. What I do, I take okay. So this is the electrolysis setup which I am drawing here is the electrolysis setup. This is the container in which electrolysis we are doing, and I will draw electrodes inside. So 2 electrodes we are taking, one is the anode and another one is the cathode one. Let's take this one. So this is how you have to draw in the examinations also. So make sure that these are equal. Then these we will connect to the battery. What I will do, I will take it as a positive terminal, which is the anode. I will take this as a positive terminal, and second one I will take it as a negative terminal, which is the cathode. Okay, so this is the positive one, which is the anode, and this is the negative one, cathode. So we will take the solution of brine solution. We will take inside, what we will do, we will take brine solution. I have taken brine solution, and we will pass the, when you on the battery, current will pass through these electrodes. As this is having the ions, just now we have discussed, Na plus we are having, and Cl minus you are having the ions, and H plus ions you are having, and OH minus ions you are having. So 4 ions you are having. This Na plus, where it goes? It is the positive one, so this goes to the negative terminal. So Na plus, where it goes? Na plus goes to here, and another one H plus. H plus also goes here, but reduction will happen to the only H plus. And what in the case of Cl minus OH minus ions? Cl minus also goes to the anode, and OH minus also goes. So OH minus will not react here, so OH minus in the solution only. So Cl minus only will get oxidized here. From here, when the oxidation takes place, Cl2 gas will get released. Cl minus, when it loses electron to Cl minus ions, what they do, they loses 2 electrons, that forms, which is the oxidation reaction. Losing of electrons is considered as a oxidation reaction. That's how we are talking, it is a oxidation reaction. So Cl minus is converting into the Cl2 gas, where? At the anode. And OH minus is left. We are not touching OH minus, so nothing is happening to the OH minus. And here H plus. H plus ion also same as just now we have seen. 2H plus takes these 2 electrons. This will convert to the hydrogen gas and hydrogen gas. So these 2 electrons will be taken from here. That's how circuit will be completed. Hydrogen gas is released here, and Cl2 gas is released here, and the what is left? Na plus and OH minus. That's how sodium hydroxide will form in this solution, which is the alkali. This is how chloralkali process is, we have to study. So how many products are forming here? Sodium hydroxide is one product, chlorine is another product, hydrogen is third product. So 3 products we are getting. I will show you the experiment. By that you will be very familiar in this topic. So what we required for this experiment, we required sodium chloride, which I am having, and 9 volts battery I am having. 9 volts battery for to pass the current, an indicator to check whether acid is forming or base is forming. Chlorine, if it is chlorine is forming, that gives the red color when I put into the solution. If it is the sodium hydroxide is generating, where the sodium is there, Na plus ion is there at cathode, there what happens, there sodium hydroxide will be generated. The moment when if I put, that should give blue color, dark blue color. So this is the chloralkali process in which we have to produce chlorine gas, hydrogen gas and sodium hydroxide from the solution of brine solution which is nothing but sodium chloride in water. Now what I will do, I have taken the petri dish and I am taking salt. So let's take excess salt. By that color difference you can see. Otherwise if it is diluted one, that will mixed, colors will be mixed and that will be a confusion for you to. So I am dissolving sodium chloride in water. Okay, so this much is enough. What I will do, I am having the battery, is 9-volt battery I am having for the to send the current into the solution. Negative part, okay, negative part is the cathode, which one is this black wire, and this red wire is the anode wire. So at red wire, chlorine gas should be produced according to what we have studied in the chemistry. Oxidation takes place, chlorine gas will be produced. Yet this wire, which is the cathode, sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas will be produced. So to confirm whether chlorine gas is producing or not, chlorine gas is the acidic one, so that gives the red color if we put the universal indicator, and this one black one gives the blue color. If you put the universal indicator, that should give the black color if sodium hydroxide is generated from the brine solution. Now what I will do, I will connect this in two corners. So now you can see at the black wire there are no bubbles are coming, so no gas is generating there. Why it is? Because circuit is not completed. I didn't put inside of this red wire, anode wire I didn't put it. If when the moment I put, bubbles are generating. So where here you can see where sodium chloride is not there, there you can see clearly bubbles are coming. If I move this one, you can see this hydrogen gas is generating and sodium hydroxide is also forming there. So to confirm that one, what I will do, to whether to producing the sodium hydroxide or not, I will add only one drop of indicator and we will check color is produced or not there. Oh, you can see dark blue color. And what about this at anode? At anode I am just bringing closer, so that you can see the color difference. So I will add one drop of indicator only. Oh, so color differences you can see. This is red color. Red color it is giving at anode, means chlorine gas is generating there. Okay, you can see at red color chlorine gas is producing. That's how it is the red color it is giving, which is the acid. HCl is generating basically chlorine gas and reacting with the water. HCl is generating, pH is 1, around 1. That's how it is when you put the universal indicator. And the moment when I put this one universal indicator at cathode, that is giving the purple color. So this is how electrolysis process of sodium chloride, that is giving three products: hydrogen gas, sodium hydroxide and chlorine gas.